welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth and I am a 4th grade ELA teacher who lives in California. I teach completely virtually, and so having resources, websites, apps, programs, software, all the things, tools that I can use to help engage my students and make learning fun is really, really important. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 different activities that you can do with your students on Zoom. This video is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to show you the activities on my computer. So I'm going to say goodbye to this screen and hop over to my computer. I'll see you there. Hey guys, the first activity that I love to do with my students when I am on Zoom is a morning meeting. So we are heading into the month of March here in just a few weeks, and I love getting on and getting my students engaged. We have a built-in calendar with our morning meeting. We track the weather. We do a number of the day. We sing songs and count to 120. We also track our days in school. And then some of my favorite activities are things like Mad Libs and fun facts about different things pertaining to March. Also, we have this fun picture of the day that we typically do. So we talk about the details that we see, and then we infer together what we think is going on. This leads me into my second thing that I love doing with my students, and I use the breakout room feature with them, is a what would you do? This really helps encourage and build those social emotional learning skills that I feel like is sometimes hard to develop, especially in the online space. So we use breakout rooms split into small groups and do a what would you do if you found a pot of gold under the tree at recess? And we take about a minute or two to share in our small groups on what we would do. The next activity I love doing with my students on Zoom is using Raz Plus or Raz Kids or Epic. There are so many different reading apps out there, but pulling up a passage or a close read or a book and just having story time or a shared read aloud is really fun. I teach 4th grade online this year, and the features within Raz are pretty cool. They have a highlight feature, which is great for highlighting parts of speech or specific details in the text. And I'll pair this visual with an activity that they use in the Google ecosystem, like a Google Slides, and then I'll pull that slide up. And as they're taking notes, I can see what they're doing real time, along with me editing and adding different details to the close read on the screen. So this is the third activity I like doing in Zoom. The fourth activity, and I think my favorite activity so far, is having a virtual scavenger hunt. So you have to kind of wrap your head around this, but it's pretty simple. I did these last year with my kindergartners when I taught virtually in kindergarten, and my kids loved this. So they're academic scavenger hunts, and they're really, really simple. Basically, I have the students go get these 3 items: crayons, scissors, and a piece of paper. And then I go over the directions. So the first thing that they're gonna see on the board is a picture, and they're gonna say the beginning blend. So clock. Then they're gonna hold up the item behind the correct answer. So they would hold up their crayons. So say, for example, this was crayons and this was a piece of paper. It's not, but just say it is. I would hold up my crayons, and then as a teacher, I can immediately see who got the right answer, who didn't, that kind of thing. And I can reward them, like in Class Dojo, if I do Class Dojo points or some kind of like virtual reward immediately, because I can see who held it up first. That's the fourth activity that I like doing in Zoom. On to the next. The fifth activity that we really enjoy doing, and this one is great for like K through 6th grade, is to do a show and tell. So Valentine's Day is coming up. So we're going to do a Valentine's themed show and tell. Now I teach 4th grade. I've said that like 52 times. Sorry about that. But I can assign these Google Slides in like the Google Classroom, or make a copy and drop them in my students' Drive folders. And then they can digitally update their show and tell, and then they can present on Zoom, which is pretty rad. So they just type in people that they love to spend time with, they share a picture, they talk about, who I enjoy doing this with, and then they just add pictures, and it just gives them this opportunity to kind of showcase and show and tell what they, what's going on in their life, who the most important people are, and it kind of builds that sense of community. So this is the fifth thing. Total shout out here for another YouTube channel. Art for Kids Hub is amazing. And this is his cute little family. If you haven't already heard of Art for Kids Hub, you got to check them out. It is such a fun way for students to create in a directed way. And he just has so many awesome choices. This is such a fun way to get art in and then check in with your students. We do directed drawings all the time, and then I will pair the directed drawing with like a writing activity. So it ends up being like a craftivity or writivity. So we'll draw, tacos for Taco Tuesday for Valentine's Day. And then I'll have the students write a passage or two and then attach it to their picture. Or they could even write, like for Valentine's Day, they could write a friend a note and then attach their picture or mail their picture to a friend. So that's the 6th activity we really enjoy doing on our Zoom calls. So the 7th activity I enjoy doing, and I'm sure you've heard of it if you're a teacher, you're probably like, oh my goodness, I already know this one. It is Kahoot. So Kahoot is a website that you can go to as a teacher, and then you basically can play like trivia games. A lot of teachers use Kahoot as a review game, and there are a ton of games that you can choose from. Let's choose Valentine's Day, and then you click play. So for virtual classrooms, they've made it so easy. So basically you just literally, I'm walking through this exactly how it would load. So students on Zoom would put this game pin in, and then this screen is one that you would see like names auto-populate, like the students' names would start popping up right here. And then you can just go through the game and they can see your screen real time. It's such a great way to break up instruction and also good for brain breaks and just review games. You can create your own Kahoots, but they also have an extensive library if you want to search a specific topic or a specific subject, or just play a trivia game for Christmas or Valentine's Day. There's so many different things you can do. So that's number 7. Coming in at number 8, tell a funny joke. What has ears but cannot hear? A cornfield. So have your students come to class with their favorite joke. You can take breaks in between questions and give them an opportunity to share, and it's just a really fun way to build community. The next activity that I really enjoy doing on Zoom and is great to break up instruction and activities is to do a brain break or a Go Noodle. Go Noodle is a specific channel, but if you go to YouTube and you type in brain breaks, there'll be a ton of different videos that pop up for you, spanning all grade levels. So a brain break is basically just a little song that gets your students up and moving. And when students are sitting in front of their screens for a long time and just sitting there, it's good to get, research really shows that blood flow really helps brain development. So Go Noodle is an option. You can type in brain breaks. Jack Hartman's another great one. I like Go Noodle for like 2nd, 3rd, and 4th graders too. Some of the brain breaks that are out there are really geared more towards K through 2nd or K and 1st. Go Noodle has a variety of different videos and brain breaks for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. So that is my 9th Zoom activity. One more, here we go. All right, last but not least, number 10 is a talent show. These are really fun and you can do them a couple different ways. You can have one student show a talent. You can place it at a specific time in your classroom, maybe at the very end, and give them like 3 or 4 minutes. Or you can start off the Zoom call with them doing their talent. I like to incentivize my students getting to class on time. So if I have something really fun and exciting in the beginning of class that they have to be there for, it's like extra motivation. So a talent show would be great for that. You can also use this as like a class party that the students have earned. So earn a talent show, and then you take an entire class Zoom call to have all of the students show off their talent. So that is coming in at number 10. Let your students show off their talent with a talent show on Zoom. So which activity was your favorite? Do you have one that you've already done? Comment down below with your ideas and thoughts on what I shared today. And if you have not already, subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video, and I will see you in the next one.